Probably best you speak with Mike or Dennis. While they're not princes, they basically run the day-to-day. It's a complicated situation. While we frown on chems, there is a time and a place for them, as you just saw. Mike supplies the roundels, especially Prince Davies, but he also makes sure we don't go overboard. Without him, Prince Davies would likely source his own way to relax, and that means questionable sources and likely higher quantities. Well, you've already met him. A straight arrow on the surface, but he's not afraid to take bold action if he thinks it'll help the roundels. Some people think he goes too far, especially when it comes to his loyalty to Pete, but maybe you could convince him there's a better course. Me? I'll help where it's needed, but especially for Manchester Mike, and by extension Prince Pete. Even Dennis relies on me from time to time. If you ever need me, you can usually find me with Mike around Marb House. Their views on how to help the Roundels are very different. I doubt you can help them both with whatever their plans are. I swear the sun rises earlier when you're out dancing.
I see you met Davies. How is he today? Less and less, I'm afraid. After his brother died, the chems helped a bit.
Even then he was a bit dodgy. Some days he was the old Pete. Others, well, you just saw what the other days looked like.
It's not my place. I serve Prince Davies. Happily so. Nothing more, nothing less. I've business at the Oberon. Meet me there. I have some things I want to discuss with you.
I see you met Prince Davies, and judging by your face, it wasn't what you were expecting. I did too. Helping Pete cope has come at a high price. Both. But I think there's a way for everyone to win. It's a bit of a delicate plan. So let's talk it over at Marb House. Meet me when you're ready.
If your clothes don't say something, you might as well not exist.
Do you suppose living here desensitizes you to good taste?
Pull your hat out your eyes and get it properly fitted, you numpty.
one review I had to make. The Moroccan Lighthouse, to be honest, wasn't ever a beacon of hope for Moroccan cuisine enthusiasts, but it seems it has fallen into even more of a pit of despair. I'm not even sure why they bother staying open. First off, let's talk about the lighting. Or should I say, the complete lack of it. I get that times are tough, and the rationing's hitting everyone hard, but the dining in near darkness isn't my idea of a good time. Now, the food, if you could even call it that anymore. The flavors are bland, and the portions are ridiculously small. I ordered the lamb tagine, and it felt like I was eating a spoonful of leftovers from last week. The couscous, dry as the Sahara. The one zesty harissa, missing in action. It's like they've forgotten what Moroccan cuisine is supposed to taste like. I have to wonder why they're still in business. I mean, who's running this place? And why are they even bothering to serve this barely edible food with these god-awful lighting conditions? Is that why the lighting's bad? So you don't have to see the food? I suppose if you're desperate for a meal and can't find anything else, the Moroccan Lighthouse might suffice. But if you're looking for a culinary journey, save yourself the disappointment and head somewhere else. This lighthouse has lost its way.
I swear, the sun rises earlier when you're out dancing.
I'm glad you showed up. Well, you don't need to be a detective to figure out I'm the one supplying chems to Prince Pete. Because if I didn't, he'd have found another supplier. And another supplier wouldn't have rationed him. You're a right arsehole, but one with a reputation for getting things done. If we work together, we can get Prince Pete clean. It won't be easy, because if someone notices he's missing, there'll be a riot. I do, with your help, at least. But before I say anything else, I need your word that this stay between us. One careless whisper, and we're inviting everyone with a grudge to come attack. Or worse, we'll start attacking each other. Without Pete, there's a power vacuum. And there are people like Dennis waiting for their chance to lead. Good, because we need to move fast. I've already identified the perfect safe house, right here in Hackney. I'll mark it on your map. I need you to scope it out, make sure it's as safe as it looks from the outside. And that it has all the necessary bits and bobs. A sturdy door. Pete may not have his old strength, but even a weakened man desperate for chems can knock down a few rickety planks tacked together. A cooler. That's essential to hold the detox supplies. And a bed. He's still a prince. This process will be rough, and he needs a comfortable place to get through it. As I already said, we'll be effectively leaderless while this is happening. Though, truth be told, we've been effectively leaderless for a while now. The sooner we get the old Pete back, the better. While you're doing that, I'll get Pete ready. Meet me back here once the building is ready. Every day, we take a little piece back what we lost.
I believe I just stepped on something slimy. Let's not linger on that subject. I've been hankering for another girl.
How could you survive?
I'm quite used to emerging victorious from the Remember, aim at the head, 5 rounds ready. Is hiding from us. I was hoping to see the last of that. Can't avoid this fight. That's it. Cut the losses and go. Check the breast pockets. That's where I keep mine then. Oh well, nothing gained, nothing lost.
Chop, chop, supper time.
Something strange. And it's not my rotting impulse.
there's a problem. That I most certainly did. Our new little hitch in the plan are hooligans. A whole lot of them. This isn't their usual territory. The Blighters are getting bolder every day. They need to go. They're camped out on the most direct route to the safe house. I already looked into it. It's too risky. Pete's way too likely to be seen unless we take him along this path. Good to hear. Once they're gone, we'll meet you there.
Should I be worried about how part of me finds
Pings back of what we lost.
something feels strange. And it's not my rotting innards. Help!
Strangers on this road, we are once again.
What?
Daft git! I leave or behind belongs to me. Come on, bollocks. I'll go. Let me show you what true feels like. Right there. Help!
when the sun's in your eyes, even you look proper dressed. Pete's in worse shape than I feared. It means we need an extra step in the detox process. He's got all kinds of illnesses and frailties from years of living with a compromised immune system. He's so weak, going straight into a detox would likely kill him. Well, judging by the looks of him, we'll need 3 doses of antibiotics. And probably some Morphex to help him through the worst of it. And I thought I was the only walking drugstore. We're getting Pete clean.
So suddenly you have a change of heart?
We all know you've been pumping Pete full of chems.
With Pete out of the way, good old Manchester Mike will lead the roundels. That's what you were thinking, wasn't it, Mike?
Mike, if you wanted control, we could have talked about things.
A chem pusher doesn't talk, he deals. So what are you dealing Pete today?
We've given him antibiotics, Joan. We're helping him.
In a shack where no one can see or hear you.
And your only witness is someone you implicated. Someone you can easily blackmail.
Roger, please, you have to believe me. I just wanted the old Pete back.
I'm sure he made it sound great. Probably had you believe those drugs were harmless.
He mentioned antibiotics. What else are you giving him in that cocktail? Something to dull the pain and keep him quiet as he goes through his death throes?
Even this door would block out cries for help.
I'd like to believe that, but just look around. Does any of this look right to you?
An idiot can piece this puzzle together. Mike's using you to claim the throne. Are you really going to side with him?
Dennis, Joan, they may be the most neutral person here. Maybe it's worth hearing them out.
Just because I don't understand everything doesn't mean I don't see his intentions clear enough. This doesn't have to end this way.
You're right, Dennis. It doesn't. Let me help Pete.
I think you've helped quite enough, Mike.
Okay, we'll talk here.
Pete just needs one more chem. With some sober and a bit of time, he might be his old self again.
I never pegged you for an optimist, Mike.
Truly. The old Pete.
Yes, I've been thinking for a long time what chems I'd need to do this safely.
I'm willing to give it a shot, but only if you back away, Mike. Let our friend here do it.
That's fine with me.
Hurry. Pete's not doing so well.
What you do now needs your utmost attention. Inject the sober, gently, in his carotid artery. Make sure there are no air bubbles, and keep your hand as still as possible. His body's weak, so too much shaking and you could bruise his neck bad enough that he can't breathe.
Pete, are you okay?
Be gentle. His body's still in rough shape.
Yeah. But I can see that old fire in his eyes again.
I can't believe you're with us again.
Thank you. All of you. I know I haven't been myself for, well, for a long time. And I'm still not. Not yet, anyway. But this setting aside of differences to help family, that's what being a roundel has always been about. From here on out, I'll be the leader you deserve. Not just the old Pete, but a new Pete. One ready to live up to those ideals.
It's Miller's men! They're here! We must go!
Where's Miller now?
The houses have fallen. They're inside Oberon! Plus Glam and Mab House. They're everywhere in Cawdor Street.
We fight.
If your clothes don't say so.